Hey everybody, old Big Jim coming at y'all from the Barlow Brigade. Hope everybody's doing good today. Happy Monday. Don't really know what I'm gonna call this video. What I do, there's been a new hashtag thrown down today, and I'm gonna participate in that today. That way I won't get behind, but make a little modification to what I'm toting. But that's no big. That ain't a big deal. But I'm going to show y'all what I'm toting, and then I've got a straight knife, a fixed blade, for lack of a better term. I call them straight knives. I mean, that's just an older term that some people use. But anyway, we'll get into the what you toting part of what I got going on here, and then we'll get into a fixed blade that I picked up yesterday morning. As a matter of fact, it's one of them deals, man. In my world, you never know what's gonna happen. I'm sitting there making coffee, and then somebody knocks on the door, open up the door. Guy walks in with a bag, and he actually had two fixed blade knives, and I ended up buying both of them. Kind of stretched me to the limit, but you know what? If you're gonna be a knife collector, you gotta jump when the fire, when the iron is hot. You can't sleep on some of this stuff sometimes when it happens. This one, from what I can tell, it's a pretty significant piece. Now, I don't know that I'm going to sell it. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm gonna head down to the knife shop here in a little while, Deep South Cutlery, and have a conversation with them about it. If it's what I think it is, it's a very, very, very old knife, and I've done some research with the help of my friend HT, and of course, after he got me going, I jumped off into it with both feet. And what the notes that I've compiled here on the knife are pretty comprehensive, and I'll go over all that when we get to the fixed blade line. But let me say that I am so happy that y'all are here today. A welcome to my home. Y'all can see I've got the doors shut. I'm slowly moving in here. It's a job because I'm having to move everything from where I did my tabletop before into the dining room, and then everything from the dining room is gonna come into here. So it's gonna be quite a journey. Now I've got this. I don't know if you can see it, but this little triple box right here. It's a little triple drawer box, and I'll share that with y'all. But that's where my folding hunters are gonna go. I've been planning on using that box for a while for my folding hunters, because I have quite a bit, and they'll be stored in there. I got to get some felt for the bottom, and I just didn't have a place for that particular little drawer thing. I got the idea from Bubba at Bubba's EDC. And so I'm gonna put my folding hunters in there for right now. But anyway, that's what I got going on, y'all. Now I'm sitting down behind the camera. I'm fixing to pause the video. I'm gonna, like I tell y'all, I can move the camera around a little bit now. So I'm gonna adjust it to where it'll be pointing down at the mat, and like I said, I've been slowly moving my little, I call it setup stuff. I don't really know what to call it, but it's stuff that I put out there for y'all to look at. Anyway, I'm adjusting it here and there and bringing more in here. I got a few stickers out today, mostly people that are going to be mentioned in the video. I may not point to every one of them, I just may. You never know about old Big Jim. Anyway, I'm going to pause this. Thank y'all again for coming. Glad all of my Barlow crazy people are here. I love each and every one of y'all. And let's get on with this video. All right, everybody. We're back. This morning, on my What You Toting, since it is Monday, I got a modern in my pocket. I'm carrying this. This is a Kershaw Blur, just a USA made beautiful knife. Just really like that one a whole lot. The next knife I'm carrying, of course, is a Barlow. This is a Rough Rider. It's that little modern Barlow they put out. $9.99. Get it at SMKW. I don't know if they still got them or not. These are floating around on the secondary market, and some of them are going for, $20. So, but it's a Rough Rider, and it is I think that is a 2812 made in China, stainless steel, good half stop, very, very sharp blade. Just a great Barlow. I mean, if you still get them for $9, if they reissue them for $9.99, you need to get in there and get you one of them. All right, now the knife that I had in my pocket dump, if y'all watch my pocket dump, was this right here. Now this is a Kissin Cranes, and this is a full-size sodbuster, but it has some unusual blade etching that I've never seen before. I don't know. It's just it's all about corn liquor, 200 proof triple X corn squeeze and mountain delicacy. But just a great looking. Let me get that Tang stamp in there for y'all. See the two cranes kissing on there, and then on this side it's got your part number. I don't know if I can get that to focus. This may be the first one that it gets me. But anyway, there it is. The part number, country of origin. But just a great sodbuster, man. No half stop, but just a great pocket knife. Kind of see the wood grain, wood covers. Pretty nice pocket knife. But I have eliminated that one, so it's gone from the rotation right now. And because of a hashtag that was put out by my brother from the other mother, going old school with the HT EDC sticker over there, we're gonna replace the sodbuster with this bad boy right here. Now it's coming in a Make Cutlery Great Again slip. This is number 76. Back when you got the old stamp, it's now called Music City Leatherworks. There's his sticker over here. Okay, beautiful leatherwork, man. Look at the basket weed. Look at that, man. That thing is just passes the smell test, the whole 9 yards, man. Just a beautiful piece of leatherwork. And what we got riding in this bad boy? Well, the hashtag Brother Harold put out was buck for 5. So in other words, he wants you to carry a buck knife for 5 days. And this is the Buck 112 Ranger. Just a beautiful knife. Get it out there in the light. Y'all can see this. This sun gun is just this is $100. Now this one don't come out the box very often. This is a collector's piece, but when it does, that's why it's always riding in that Make America Great Again. I mean, Make Cutlery Great Again. Little fraudulent slip there. It's got a few little scratches. I'm not putting no sandpaper on this one. Okay. Got a thumb stud there for deployment. But this is a Buck 112, and you'll see it's got let me get it up there. It's got 1 dot on the left side, and it has 2 dots. That will make this a 1980, 1981 Buck Ranger. Now, some of you more astute members of the audience will notice that if you look at the part number for this one, it's going to be Buck 112 FG, and that is for finger grooves. Are these rare? I don't know. I haven't done that much I'll let HT tell you about that. I have this one, and I also have a 110 with the finger grooves. So it's it's a 2-dotter. I mean a 4-dotter. Got 2 dots on each side. I think that's 82 to 86. Yeah, 82 to 86, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, beautiful knife. So I put that in my pocket today to take advantage of the Buck for $5 hashtag that's been put out by Brother Harold. Okay, well, that's what we're toting. Now then, I'm going to pause y'all again to get set up for this fixed blade knife, and then we'll get right into it. All right, everybody. I guess y'all can see the fixed blade knife in the sheath there in front of y'all. Probably not the original sheath. You'll see how the end of it here is kind of curled up, and the knife fits in there, but it doesn't fit in there good. It's loose, but it is a sheath, and it is the sheath that came with the knife. Before we get into looking at the knife, I'm going to read y'all the history of this knife, and so y'all will know what we're talking about whenever I get it out. All right, Kinfolk Incorporated was started in 1925 in Little Valley, New York. It was opened by the sons, the nephews, and the relatives of W.R. Case, which, as we know, is W.R. Case and Sons. Okay, it was Dennis Case, I believe, Russ Case, who the Russ lock is named after, and a guy named Tent Chaplin. Okay, all of these people were relatives of the Case family. The Chaplin name is the name that one of the Case sisters, she married a Mr. Chaplin, and Tent was her son. All right, the Kinfolk Corporation was started in 1925 to assist in the development and the production of knives for the war. Most of these were being made by Kinfolk, and they were labeled as such, but they were sold through the Case distribution lines, from what I understand, and also the Cattaraugus name. Now, the Cattaraugus name is a whole different set of family, a whole another thing that has to do with the Case family. Okay, that Cattaraugus company was set up by those folks. I didn't get into that, but most everything, every time you look up the name Kinfolk, you get a reference to Cattaraugus. Okay, Kinfolk basically closed their doors due to labor issues in 1957. Now, that's the year after I was born. All right. Now, Emerson Case produced a knife with the Kinfolk tang stamp much later on. They were made, but he released those Kinfolk knives under the Robeson flagship. Again, a whole nother set of knives that had to do with the Case family that I didn't get into in this, we're not getting into in this particular video. So you got Cattaraugus, you got Robeson, you got W.R. Case and Son, you got Kinfolk, you got all these people involved with one family making knives. Okay, and Emerson Case sold the Kinfolk knives until 1965 under the Robeson brand. Now, there weren't many of them produced back then with the Kinfolk tang stamps, but I'm fairly, and that's really all the history I have on this, but I am fairly certain that the knife that I'm fixing to share with y'all was made in the early part of the Kinfolk production line. The reason being is there's no brass. During this time of the of production from 25, most all the brass had been depleted or used up and was being used for different things, mainly the war effort. So, okay, without any more circumstances and all that, but let's look at the sheath. The sheath, like I say, see how, I mean, if the knife, if you bend this up right here, the knife tip stops about right here, and the sheath would have fit much better. So I'm fairly certain, and this sheath is not in very good shape. And you can see how the knife slides in it. It doesn't fit in it very good, but it's the sheath that came with the knife, so it's going to stay with the knife. Okay, and like I say, it's not in real good shape. It's cut up. And obviously, this knife was carried, or this sheath was carried. Now, I don't know if it was with this knife in it or not. But we'll go ahead and get it out there. And it's got all the tenors. And it's got all, of course, now I have done everything I can do to try to get this thing back, get it to, it's. I'm not gonna put, some serious. Only thing I ain't got in here is a cloth. Ain't that's terrible, ain't it? But I got my fingers. Anyway, you can see where I did. I took a little some 400 and some 600 and went over and I got it back to where it's a decent knife. But let's look at the tang stamp here now. You can plainly see that it says, let me get it where to focus. All right, now come on, camera. Get it over here maybe a little bit more where the lens is. But you can see where it says Kinfolk right there. And you can look at the handle. Now, I don't know why it's almost perfectly segmented where these particular pieces of the leather have shrunk. I don't know if that had to do with the quality of pieces of leather in those particular sections, or whether, it's not, it's good, it's smooth, it's good. I put 3 or 4 coats of different types of oil. Started with a little Vaseline. Then I went to some of these more tallow-based stuff going around, like Ribideau Creek. I put some Hillbilly Ridge Outdoors, some of his wax. I've used some wax from a whatnotter named Damon Jacobs. Jacob Damien. He does sales on whatnot. But anyway, and Lord have mercy, y'all hold on. I'm gonna pause y'all one time. I just didn't feel it'd be fair to share this knife with y'all without showing y'all the quality of the knife and what it does. So I'm gonna give y'all a little something on the cut there. I'm not used to doing this kind of. Anyway, it will cut. Anyway, all right, guys, there you go. The Kinfolk fixed blade knife. I ain't got any of the measurements. I'd say the entire knife is probably about less than 12 inches. It's all metal construction. Just a solid. It's a handful. It's got the tank, full tank construction. Just a beautiful knife and a piece of history. See, at my age, man, history like this means a lot. Of course, I'm living the dream. I'm just not. I don't want it to stop. Man, but y'all have blessed me so much through my adventures here on the Barlow Brigade. I want y'all to know that I appreciate all y'all. I'm glad that y'all are a member of my family. And a couple of things I'd like to share with y'all. I want to do this before I do anything else. Brother Dwayne Clark put out a video today, and I would appreciate it if y'all go over there and listen to it. There ain't no knives in it, ain't got nothing to do with knives, but it'll show you where Brother Dwayne's heart is. Here's out of my pocket dump is my Jerry Phillips pocket cross sheath. And there's the pocket cross that I got from Brother Dwayne. Fine, gentlemen. Y'all go over there and watch that, guys. It would be worth it to y'all. Okay? I want all of y'all to know that I love you. Also, please keep a Band-Aid handy. Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. rule number 9.